Hello, my fine, dearest, oh so generous supporters of this channel, the channel members, that's you. Thank you for joining me today for this new Let's Play series, or maybe a one-off. I'm not entirely sure if this is going to continue or not. I wasn't actually going to do this on camera, but it's already set up on my computer like this. All I had to do was hit the little record button and we're going. So I thought, if anybody in my audience happens to be a channel member and likes Yu-Gi-Oh, maybe they'd like this. It's definitely not for the general audience. It's very narrow, the appeal. But if I was going to run through this game the way I'm going to be doing now anyway, I don't see any point of not recording it and putting it out, just in case there are a few people that might enjoy it. So I think this will be a lot of fun. I'm going to be playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Legacy of the Duelist, Link Evolution. It's the PS4 game. I think it's on other consoles, but I'm playing it on PS4. I've already played through the campaign with the default decks. So the campaign lets you play as the characters with their decks as they played throughout the anime. But you can also make your own deck out of cards that you get from the card shop and by winning duels in the main game. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be building my own deck, and it's going to be a gimmicky deck. I'll explain what the strategy is, just in case any of you got adventurous with this one and you don't like Yu-Gi-Oh! And you decide to join me for this series anyway. I'm going to be doing an Exodia deck, which is very gimmicky, a very silly strategy that doesn't typically work in competitive play, but I'm going to do my best to make it work. I think it's fun. It's a fun way to play kind of solitaire in this. If you are playing against a computer, it's kind of a challenge for deck building, which I think is cool. So the goal of the Exodia deck, while most decks you'd want to attack your opponent and you knock their life points down to 0 and you win the game, the Exodia deck is going to be a little bit different. It's got an alternate win condition where if you get all 5 Exodia pieces, we got them here right in the center of the page. Exodia the Forbidden One, right leg, right arm, left leg, left arm. If you get all 5 of these cards in your hand at the exact same time, then you win the game. There's no conversation. You don't have to attack. You don't have to put them on the field. They have to all be in your hand at the same time. And that's what the goal is going to be with this deck. So it's going to require a little bit of strategy because these are not powerful monsters alone. They are very weak monsters that come together for something really cool, but they're not powerful monsters on their own. So I need to build something either pretty strong around them or something that just caters to stalling and buying me time and just stopping the other guy until I can get all my Exodia cards. So we're going to see what we can do here. So a good thing about this game that I do like and is helping me with deck building, as I'm still learning a lot of the new cards, if I hit R1, it takes me to a set of cards that the computer thinks will go well with the card that I have selected. So I hover it over Exodia the Forbidden One, then I go over here and it's got a bunch of cards that are related to that in some way or another. We've got other things that I do have to incorporate into this. I need an alternate win condition just in case I can't get all the Exodia pieces in my hand. Sometimes there'll be a problem. Sometimes they'll get destroyed. And then what do I do? My win condition's gone. I have no idea. So I need another strategy. So there's a few different Exodia related cards. Here we have Exodia Necros, which is an interesting one. It works if you get all the Exodia cards destroyed. You can use this card, Contract with Exodia, and then you're allowed to play Exodia Necros, which it's really hard to play. It's really hard to get all of them in the grave. There's a good chance 1 or 2 will end up in your graveyard. It's very rare that you'll get all of them in there. You're going to have to really try to get them all in there. And I honestly don't think that one's worth it. So we're going to pass on Exodia Necros. And you also need this card Contract with Exodia to play Exodia Necros. So that's 6 cards in very specific places in order to play this one monster that is all right. It's actually pretty good once you have it, but it's definitely not worth it in my mind. Then we have Exodia, the Legendary Defender. This one's weird. You contribute 5 monsters. I don't know. This one's complicated. I don't know exactly what the appeal of this one is. Maybe I'll try it at a later point, but it's not one that I'm super familiar with or how it should be properly played. And I don't think it really caters to the right exactly to the Exodia deck that I'm going for. It is Exodia related, but I really want something that can play into the main strategy of getting all 5 cards. This one's interesting. Exodius, the Ultimate Forbidden Lord. He's interesting. You can summon him by shuffling all of the monsters that have been destroyed that are in your graveyard into your deck, and then you summon him, and then he has no attack points. So every time he attacks, you can send an Exodia monster from your hand or your deck. That's not too bad. You can pull him from your deck as well. You can send one of them to the graveyard and he gains 1,000 attack points. 1,000 attack points is not a lot, so that first turn with him is tough. You got to get through a couple turns. But he does have the feature where he shuffles the Exodia cards back into your deck. So if some cards get destroyed and you need a do-over, that's not bad. That's okay, and I'm considering that. The one that I think I want to use, though, is the Legendary Exodia Incarnate. So you can special summon this guy by tributing one of the regular Exodia monsters, and he has 1,000 attack points for each Forbidden One monster that you have in your graveyard. So we have all 5 of these here. He can get up to 5,000 attack points, which is crazy high. That's really good. So as I lose more of the Forbidden One cards, this guy gets a little bit stronger. And then at the end of each turn, it allows me to return one of the Exodia cards from my graveyard to my hand. So this card would get weaker, but I would get my Exodia cards back. So I think this is the guy I want. Because as one gets stronger, one win condition gets stronger, the other gets weaker. As one gets weaker, the other gets stronger. So they complement each other, I think, better than any of the others. So I'm going to go for that. Here's another thing that I want to use. I think it goes well with the Exodia Incarnate strategy. It's called Obliterate. It's got Exodia on the front, so you can tell it's designed to be worked with him. So you get to target one monster on the field. It can be on your side of the field or on your opponent's side of the field, and you can bounce it back to the owner's hand, which is already pretty good, but it costs one Forbidden One monster or Exodia from your hand or your deck. So you can pull the cards from your hand or your deck, and you can put it in the graveyard and then bounce a card back to their hand. So if I really wanted to lean into Exodia Incarnate, I could beef him up real fast by doing that. And I'd be able to slow down my opponent. So I'm taking 3 of those. So you can have 3 of any card unless it's limited or forbidden or semi-limited. The regular Exodia monsters are limited. I can only have 1 of each. Semi-limited, you can have 2 of them. If it's forbidden, you're just not allowed to use it in competitive play. I could technically use it in this game, but I'm trying to conform to like competitive rules. So one thing I'm gonna need are some base monsters, and I need to decide if I want to get cards that are gonna like pull Exodia cards from my deck, and that's like their function, or if I need cards that will stall my opponent. And I think I have some stuff that I've got my eye on. I think there's a card. I think I have 3 copies of it too. It's a card Destruction. It's got to be here somewhere. No, it's hand destruction. That's what it is. So it's under H. Hand destruction is something that I'm going to want to use. I have 3 copies of it. Each player will send 2 cards from their hand to the graveyard, but then they draw 2 more cards. So anything that allows me to sift through my deck a little bit more, even if it costs me a couple of the less useful cards in my hand, it'll get me more cards. I can throw out the ones I don't need, and I can keep the ones that I want. There are cards that allow you to just pull from your deck, but a lot of the good ones, like Pot of Greed, which just allows you to draw 2 cards, you're not allowed to use that. That's one of those cards that's forbidden. So we got hand destruction. I wonder if there's any good suggestions related to hand destruction in here. We've got card destruction, which lets you throw away your hand and then you draw a new hand of the same amount of cards. Here's one that I think might be good. It's card D. So you play it on the field and then you send it to the graveyard and then you get 2 cards. That's pretty good. The problem is it kind of leaves me a little bit more open to attack. But I think I'm willing to add it. I only have 2 of them. I would like to have 3, but right now I only have 2. I'm going to have to get more of those. So Graceful Charity is a card I'd want to use, but it's forbidden. It lets you draw 3 cards and then you discard 2. That would be nice, but I'm conforming to this. This card is limited, so I can only have 1, but I want it. You get to banish 1 card from your deck face up, so you kind of just put it off to the side, and then during your second standby phase, so a couple turns later, you're going to be able to add that card to your hand. So this is a great thing for me to be able to plan ahead. Oh, sorry, I just added 2. I can't have 2. So that's pretty good. We've got this card. It's Heart of the Underdog. So when you draw a normal monster, that's a monster with no effect. So these 4, they're normal monsters. But this, they all have effect. So it wouldn't apply to them. When you get a normal monster, you get to like draw an extra thing or something. Sorry, I went to the wrong thing. You get to reveal it and draw 1 more card. Yeah, that's all right, but I don't know if it's what I want. Jar of Greed just lets you draw 1 card. It's all right. It's a very slow card because you have to play it on your turn and you have to wait till your opponent's turn to activate it. We've got Magical Mallet. That's an interesting one where you can shuffle the cards you don't want in your hand back into your deck, and then you can draw the same number of cards. That's not bad. I'm thinking about that. 1 Day of Peace. That's a really good one. That one's good for this. Both players draw a card, and I can't take any damage. My life points won't take any damage until the next turn, and he can't take any damage either, the opponent. Okay, so that's a really good one because it also buys me an additional turn on top of giving me a card. And I'm not really attacking my opponent. That's not my main concern here. I'm trying to buy some time. Pot of Duality is a good one. I think it's better than Jar of Greed. It lets you look at the top 3 cards in your deck and you can pick 1 to add to your hand, which is pretty good. So I'm going to add all 3 of those. Trying to see if there's anything else. Shard of Greed. This makes you have to wait a couple turns, but then after a couple turns, you can destroy this card and add a couple of cards to your hand. That's a maybe. That's a maybe. Supply Squad. I think that's an alright one. Once per turn, if a monster you control is destroyed by battle or card effect, draw 1 card. I'm going to add this one. I don't know if I'm going to keep it in there, but it can be good. Magician of Faith. That lets me add spells back to my hand, which can be pretty good. I'll think about that. That's an old card. There might be a better one that I could use. I'm trying to think. What do I want to do? I really want to lean into killing time. There is a strategy that might get some laughs from people who actually know what they're doing with Yu-Gi-Oh, but I might try it. So there's a card that's not very well respected. It's called Karibo. And the Karibo cards are actually, they give you a little bit more time. So the one I'm looking for is Winged Karibo. So if this card gets destroyed, I don't take any more damage for the remainder of the turn. It just stops my opponent from being able to attack through me. I might actually use that. That, if I'm really leaning into killing time, Karibo might be the way to go. And there are some decent cards that are kind of related to Karibo that might be good. I'm looking into it right now. He's got a lot of upgrade cards because generally anime viewers really like Karibo. And he's adorable. He's a wonderful little guy. So he gets a lot of weird upgrades and stuff, but the selection's not necessarily great for competitive play always. There are a few things that are decent. We got Flute of Summoning Karibo, where you can take a Karibo or Wing Karibo from your deck and you can add it to your hand, or you could special summon it. You can put it on the field, which that could be good for killing time. And if I end up not needing that, that could be a decent thing for me to like throw away when I use my hand destruction. So I could throw away the Flute of Summoning Karibo. It would just be like a nothing card. It could be useful. It could not be useful. There are options. Oh, I just thought of something that would be very helpful. Because I'm looking for stuff that can stop my opponent from attacking me. There's a card called... Where is it? So it's BAT. Yeah, Battle Fader. That's a pretty good card. So when your opponent attacks your life points directly, which if you don't have any monsters on your field, your opponent can just attack your life points and do direct damage, and your monster can't defend you because you don't have a monster. But when somebody does that, you can take this, take it out of your hand, put it on the field, and they can't attack you. That's a good card. That's a darn good stalling card right there. I think this is coming together a little better. I want to look up One Day of Pieces related cards, because there are some decent ones around this. Swords of Revealing Light isn't awful. It gives you 3 turns where your opponent can't attack you. That's not too bad. Except it just sits on the field, and your opponent can destroy your spell cards if they're just sitting on the field. There are ways of doing it. So there are ways... I'm a little bit nervous about having a card that just sits on the field like that. We've got the Dark Door. Only 1 monster can attack during each battle phase. That's not bad. That also sits on the field, though. It can be messed with. So Threatening Roar is something I'm going to do. So when your opponent attacks, you can... well, it stops your opponent from attacking for a turn. So that'll buy you a turn. That's not too bad. There's a card I'm looking for. I'm trying to remember what it's called. I was hoping it would be in here. Oh, it's Upstart Goblin. That's what it is. That's a really good card. So it's right here. The Goblin series is one that I really enjoy. There's so many Goblin-based cards, and they're often leaning into like getting more cards or getting more life points or whatever. I think that's what they do. So Upstart Goblin lets me draw a card, and then my opponent gains 1,000 life points. I don't care about my opponent's life points, though, because once Exodia's all assembled, the game's over regardless. It doesn't matter how many life points they have. That's not bad. It's not bad so far. Now I need to fill 5 more cards. I need 40 cards in this deck. And I'm not sure what else I want to add. Yeah, I want to keep the deck small. Like, that's one of the things that's very good to do. Keeping your deck small. Because the lower the number of cards there are, the more likely you're going to get the cards that you actually want. So I like Witch of the Black Forest, because if it's sent to the graveyard, you get to add a weak monster with 1,500 or less defense points to your hand, and that could be an Exodia piece. I'm gonna put a couple of these in here. I don't know if I'm gonna keep it, but it could be good. Wee Witch's Apprentice. That's a link summon. I'm not really good at incorporating those into my strategy yet, but there's no problem with having them in there. So they're in the extra deck. That's a separate place on the field. So right here, Allure of Darkness is semi-limited. I can have 2 of them. So I draw 2 cards, and then I have to banish 1 dark monster. And banish means it's gone. It's not coming back. But I think that still might be useful. So now I'm at 39. Okay. Oh! I just thought of something I want to do. I thought of a game changer. I think it's a spell card, and it's over here somewhere. It's dark something. Dark Factory of Mass Destruction. Not mass production. That's the opposite. So you target 2 normal monsters in your graveyard and add them to your hand. The Exodia cards are normal monsters. If they get destroyed, I can add them to my hand. I want all 3 of these. These have to stay. Okay, I can afford to cut a couple cards from the deck. I don't know if I want the Witch of the Black Forest. That might... It's a very spell-heavy deck, you see. Like, I've got... Do I want that? I've got 16 monsters. And then mostly spells and 4 traps. Sorry, 6 traps. I don't know where my counting went there. I don't know how well that's going to go. Is there anything good related to this monster that I can perhaps play? I don't know. This might be all right. I'm actually totally willing to give this one a shot. So we spent 20 minutes on deck building. Now we get to play our first game. Everybody's still there? Probably not. So the campaign goes through each individual anime series. Each anime, while they're all called Yu-Gi-Oh! Yugi is only in the first anime. But these are all like different main characters fighting different people in different times, and I guess different timelines as well. They also play with like alternate timelines and stuff, which is kind of interesting. I only got this far as watching it, and I haven't even finished Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds. I finished Yu-Gi-Oh! And Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. So this first one is the tutorial. So I'd be starting right here. I'd be Yugi facing Kaiba. And you can also switch it around and you could be Kaiba facing Yugi. I just want to face the default opponent. So that afternoon, Yugi and his friends went to Grandpa's game shop. Yugi wanted to show his kids fried possession. Gramps, could you show us and your friends your super rare card? Rare card? You mean my special card? Please, please? Aha, how can I refuse? You kids are in for a treat. I don't take this card out too often. And then he shows us the Blue Eyes White Dragon, which is one of the most iconic cards in the game. Ready? Here it is. The Blue Eyes White Dragon. So rare, so powerful, I never let it leave my hands. This card is priceless. There are only 4 of them in all the world. And suddenly the classmate shows up. His name's Kaiba. He's a jerk. Name your price for that Blue Eyes. I can pay anything you ask. He's like, oh, sentimental value or something. He's like, you're dumb. And then Kaiba kidnaps Yugi's grandpa and rips his blue eyes in half and And then he challenges Yugi to a duel or something. Yeah. I think that's a pretty good explanation of the setup for the duel in the first episode, where I don't even really care too much about the story, because I'm playing this more as me. And then Yugi turns into a sexy Egyptian pharaoh. There you go. So I'd be using deck number 2, which is my Exodia deck, and we will see how well this goes. This one should be easy, since it is like the first non-tutorial duel of the game, unless I did bad deck building. So, with going first, you don't get to draw a card on your first turn, but if you go second, you get to draw a card. So that's the benefit of going second. For me, somebody who wants to play slow, drawing that card actually matters. So I actually want to go second doing this deck. It used to be you drew a card on the first turn. I think they changed the rules at some point. I don't know when they did that. I don't think that was a thing when I was playing. I got 2 Exodia cards already. And he already has his blue eyes in his hands. That's not great for your boy. 3! Dude, this game's helping me. Except I don't have a lot to defend myself with. I have a Battle Fader, which will help. But I have to wait until he attacks me. So I don't have any monsters on the field right now. Okay, I'm going to activate my Obliterate. I'm not going to use the effect yet. It's going to keep asking me. He goes into standby phase. We'll see if he plays anything interesting. Okay, he already has his blue eyes out. That's not good for your boy, except, check this out. Haha! You fool! Now that card will go back to your hand. Now I just have to discard an Exodia card. So these 3 are in my hand. I don't want to discard those. I'll discard the one that's not in my hand, and maybe I'll be able to bring it back later. Now he's just got the one monster right there. Dude! That's not bad. Okay, I got this. I'm going to send this monster right here back to his hand and get rid of one of the regular pieces of Exodia. And if I get the Dark Factory of Mass Destruction card, I win the game. But I just need to kill time until I get to that point. I need to get to that card. Which is somewhere in the... There's 3 out of the 32 cards in my deck. So we'll see what my chances are when it comes to actually getting one. So I'm going to keep his field cleared. And fortunately, I can get rid of my Legendary Exodia Incarnate as well when I use Obliterate. Anything with Exodia in the name works. Or Forbidden One. So I have... And that narrows down my deck a little bit, which is good. I don't really have any use for that. I'm going to activate my Flute of Summoning Kuribo. So I will special summon my Kuribo to the field in defense position. So if it's in defense position, if he attacks it, I don't lose life points. If it's in attack position, I lose the difference between his monster's attack points and my monster's attack points. Defense is just a way of keeping your life points from going down. Our life points are in the corners. We both have 8,000 right now, so we're in pretty good shape. We're just gonna let it go for now. If he plays a monster, then I will... Yeah, I'm going to send that one. And the good thing about doing this, Oh, that's just gonna add life points to his total. That doesn't even matter. If I send the Exodia Incarnate to the graveyard, that's one less card in my deck. That raises my chances of getting the Dark Factory of Mass Destruction. I don't really have anything I need to do here. Might have to change that card effect pop-up prompt. It does it at every opportunity. I think there's a way you can do it, like, just if you want to do it. Which would be more like the real game, because you have to really catch your opponent at the right time. Some opponents will play so fast that you can't keep up with them. Gonna get rid of this guy. So all my Exodia incarnates are gone. And I don't think I have any way I'm bringing them back. Okay, so now I've got Upstart Goblin, which is good for me because it lets me draw an additional card. He'll gain 1,000 life points, but I don't really care. That doesn't... No skin off my nose. Then I got Pot of Duality, which lets me check the top 3 cards in my deck. Which, actually, this might be it. Hand Destruction, no. Threatening Roar, no. Gold Sarcophagus. Gold Sarcophagus... That way, in 2 turns, I would definitely have the Factory of Mass Destruction. Or I could do Hand Destruction, and I could draw 2 more cards by destroying 2 of the cards that I currently have. One's a guarantee. One is a small gamble. I'm going to do the small gamble. I think we're okay. So I will activate Hand Destruction. That'll let me discard a couple cards. So I'll get rid of Obliterate because I already have an Obliterate on the field. And I'll get rid of the other Winged Karibo. There we go. And there we go. We got it. There's Dark Factory of Mass Destruction. So I play this and it'll let me pull 2 normal monsters from my graveyard, and then I got them in my hand. Check this out. This is gonna be cool. Yeah, it's your boy, Exodia. What? Exodia, Obliterate. Fortunately, for story, this even works out. Because Yugi uses it in the end of the first episode, and then this little frick right here, Weevil Underwood, whose gimmick is that he likes bugs, he ends up like he takes the Exodia cards out of Yugi's hand, and then he throws them into the ocean, and then he never has them again. But I'm gonna have them, fortunately. So I'm going to face Weevil with my Exodia What's. And, yeah, that should be fun. Oh, okay. So, rock, paper, scissors. Does he seems like a scissors guy. No, he was a rock guy. I don't know why I picked scissors if he was a scissors guy. Oh, he let me go second anyway. That works out. I wanted to go second. I can make the best out of going first. Honestly, I ain't too upset. Man, my first hands are not too shabby in these. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to activate Hand Destruction, and I'm going to actually discard both of the Exodia cards I have now. All right, so sorry about that. I just had to step away for a second. I'm dressed differently now. I threw on a hoodie. I'm back into the game. What was I doing? I'm facing Weevil Underwood, the most underhanded of the duelists. Now I gotta figure out whatever my strategy was. So I got 2 pieces of Exodia. Got Legendary Exodia Incarnate. And I got 2 pieces in the graveyard. Okay, that's not bad. And I've got a Pot of Duality, so I get to excavate the top 3 cards in the deck, and I get to pick one. Okay. I could do Obliterate. Obliterate would be good. Allure of Darkness is okay, but I have to banish a card. Not just put it in the graveyard, it has to go banish, so it's put off to the side, so... that might not... I could banish one of the Exodia Incarnates, but Obliterate would have a more long-term impact on the duel. It lasts until they somehow end up destroying it, so... Ooh, I've got a plan. I'm going to play my right leg and... Oh, wait. Can I not actually summon it? Cannot be... Does it not want me to summon it? I thought I was able to special summon it. Am I doing this wrong? Must be special summoned from the hand by tributing one forbidden one monster, then you cannot special summon. Ah, man, like, what did I do wrong? I goofed. I mean, it's not the end of the world, but I goofed a little. I'm just gonna let the Obliterate sit there on the field for a minute and see what he decides to put out there. Ooh, what is that? Okay. I'm going to... I guess I'm taking a hit no matter what I do. I guess I'll send this one to the graveyard. Okay, so now I can play... I'm gonna summon the Exodia piece. Now I can special summon him. So I will special summon this guy in attack position. There we go, now we got 5,000 attack points right off the bizat. Okay, now I'm going to do Obliterate to get rid of this thing. I'll get rid of one of my Incarnates from the deck. Send it back there. I'll play Supply Squad. I'm probably not going to be using it during this game, but why not? Throw it on there. And I can attack with 5,000 attack points. And his life points are already over halfway gone. That was one crucial turn there. So I'm going to end my turn, and then I get to send one of those cards from the grave back to my hand. So it just loops the card. He's 4,000 now, and next time he plays a guy, I can use Obliterate again, send it back to his hand, and unless he has a way of getting rid of Obliterate, it's kind of done. Yeah, I'll just send Exodia the Forbidden One back. Who knows? Maybe that trap card right there is a bad boy. Who knows? Alright, and then I get ready to attack. And I put him away. This is not going too poorly so far. That's guy number 2. Like I said, we're really early into the game, so it will get harder, and there are some decks that might be able to work well against this. So, Yugi wasn't the only duelist who was motivated to win the tournament. For a loved one, despite being a novice duelist, Joey has his own reason for wanting to win. His sister, Serenity, who has, like, broken eyes, and she's got to get eye surgery, and it's really expensive because the Japanese healthcare system is now the American healthcare system. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. And he duels this nice lady. So, my Valentine, she's an interesting character. And her deck is really interesting. It's not even that good in the anime, but the game makes it a little bit better. Because the anime, they play it just differently. I don't know. They just play it differently, especially in the first season. So they have to change the deck to make it at least somewhat playable. So her deck actually improves a lot in in the game. Alright. Get to draw one. And I have no monsters. But I have 1 day of peace. Which is fine. I can do Upstart Goblin. Supply Squad might be helpful, or I could just do this. Let me do Obliterate. Not sure exactly what I want to do. You know, I'm going to do Obliterate. I don't actually think I need Supply Squad. It's okay, but I'll let it go for now. Now I got 2 pieces. Not bad. And I have a Dark Factory of Mass Production, which just means I need to get the head. Because I can send the 2 other pieces to the graveyard with my Obliterate. Okay, I'm going to probably get rid of him, right? When this card is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you add 1 Harpy Lady from your deck to your hand. Fortunately, this doesn't actually destroy the monster. It just sends it back to her hand, so the effect doesn't activate. Oh no, I don't like that. Starting to chain some stuff together. Oh no, another one! Birdface. I just noticed the name of the card. That's such a dumb card. I guess I'll send Birdface back again. Why not? I'll get the right leg of the Forbidden One. So now they're both there, and I can bring them both back to my hand whenever I feel like it with Dark Factory of Mass Production. So I'm going to play Winged Karibo in defense, and so when they attack into Winged Karibo, the turn will they'll essentially have no choice but to end the turn. What? Oh. Oh, it's getting worse. What's the effect? Target 1 wind monster you control, return it to your hand, and then... okay. Okay. Hold on. I want to wait and see what happens. Okay, they're gonna battle. I guess I'll get rid of... Really? Doesn't matter too much. I guess I'll get rid of the strongest one. And I have 3 Exodia Incarnates that I can throw away over the next couple turns. So that'll keep me in the game for a little bit. That'll buy me a little time. I got another Obliterate, and having more than one of them is kind of redundant. I really don't need more than 1 Obliterate, so that's a card I can throw away if necessary. But I don't have any urgency to... I don't have any means to throw it away. It's nice to have it as kind of a backup. But I don't know. Okay, when she attacks, I can activate the effect of my Battle Fader. So I reveal it, and then I put it on the field. There we go. And now the turn will essentially end. And I can still send 1 of these back to her hand. Just slowing her down. I want the game to slow down to a crawl. Okay, Pot of Duality. That lets me excavate the top 3 cards in my deck. It could be over here, if I can get the head. Gold Sarcophagus. That's not too bad. Flute of Summoning Kuriboh. That's not what I want, really. Pot of Duality. If I got Pot of Duality, that means I can't actually activate it until the next turn. If I get Gold Sarcophagus, I could put the Head of Exodia aside right now, and then 2 turns from now I get it. Which I think I'm gonna do. But that means I have to find a way to survive a couple more turns. And I don't have much to defend myself with except Obliterate. That's not ideal. So, I'm gonna take the head. Okay. I'm gonna add the 2 Exodia pieces to my hand. I might have to throw a couple away. We'll see. I think this next turn I can endure whatever they have for me, but I might have to throw a couple pieces away using Obliterate if it gets bad. Which I'm not excited to do, because then I need to wait for another Dark Factory of Mass Production. If I get another one of those, I got it. It's game. All right. Yeah, she's gonna get an attack in on me, no problem here. And she attacks directly, so I lose 1,800 life points. That's no bueno. Let's see what we got here. This is gonna start getting important. Every draw is gonna start mattering. Oh, Allure of Darkness. That way I can draw 2 cards. But then I have to banish a dark monster. And I don't have... And I can't banish one of my Exodia pieces. So in order to survive a little longer... Oh. What just happened? Oh. Oh, okay. That's what we're doing, I suppose. She got rid of my Obliterate. But I still have one, fortunately. I can just play the next one. But I got to keep these cards, and that monster is destroyed. Huh. Okay. This'll be fine. Might be able to make it another turn without having to send any of these Exodia cards to the graveyard. I'm seeing that this deck is a little flawed right now at the fact that I'm struggling already. But I knew my Valentine has kind of one of the... It's alright. As far as Season 1 decks go, she has an archetype of cards that kind of work with one another decently. So, like, I'm not surprised that she would be the first one to give, like, some sort of a challenge. Ooh, that's bad. Okay, I've got to actually take action here. I'm going to get rid of this. This is the Harpy's Sisters. That's one of her better cards. Oh, and now she has 3 cards on the field. Okay, she's going to do a number on me. Oh, no. That's bad. Okay, I got Kuriboh. That's not bad. Kuriboh's good. Ah! Oh no. Oh, this is... damn it. So, I got the Kuriboh. That will buy me one more turn. But now I have the Exodia piece. But now I have to get that other piece back. So now I need to get a Dark Factory of Mass Production. So I'm going to have to send one of these cards back to her hand, which is fine. I just need to see. No. What is she doing? Okay. That's nothing for me. Okay, she's got a Harpy Lady. It's one of her main cards. What are you doing? Okay. She's processing a little bit. Okay, I'm going to send this one back to her hand. And then she's going to attack into Karibo. And she's going to have to end her turn, pretty much. Oh no, she's got... Oh no, she's looping cards here. I just need... Huh. Hand destruction is a complicated piece to throw in here. Because then I have to lose an Exodia piece. I can lose Allure of Darkness. But I don't know if I can afford to just killing time here, I guess. Damn it. Like, it's not awful, but it's not great. Because now I have the Dark Factory of Mass Production, but now I need another one, which I have one more in the deck, and I have Threatening Roar, which will give me one more turn. Gonna end my turn there. And I'm going to immediately activate Threatening Roar before she gets to do anything else. So now she can't attack this turn. So I have one more turn. I have bought myself one more turn. And we will see what happens. There's 1 out of 15 cards that could be useful here. Oh! You know, there's a thing. Computers don't always make the best decision. With Monster Reborn, that allows her to bring a monster back from the graveyard. So she brought back one of her decent monsters. That would be fine. If I were playing this game against me right now, I would have brought one of my Exodia pieces back, because she can take from my graveyard. If she took my Exodia, I would have nothing left I could do. She would know what my strategy is, but the computer doesn't really get my strategy. They're playing their strategy. They play offensively, not as much against what I'm doing. So they can't really do anything as far as attacking goes. Alright, last turn. Oh, Pot of Duality! That's not too bad. So if I get a Dark Factory of Mass Production in the next 3 cards... Battle Fader, that's an option. There we go. So here's what I gotta do. I gotta take the Dark Factory of Mass Production. Now I activate Obliterate. Doesn't really matter which one I send, but I'm gonna send one of these. I don't like them. And then I send the leg to the graveyard. And now I have 2 copies of Dark Factory of Mass Production, so I play the first one. And I take 2 of these cards, and I get to put them back into my hand. And then I take the second one, and I get the other 2. We cut that close. Every turn mattered towards the end there, but the deck's strategy is sound. But there are some holes in it, I'm finding. I want to keep rolling with it for a minute and see what we can do. There are some things that I really do want to add to the deck. Didn't really get to use Card D. I haven't really gotten to use it much. How could I lose to such an amateur? I'm a big deal and I have friends. Alright. Let me go to the card shop. So I believe Yuma's pack has this. There's a specific card that I have in my deck. It's called Card D. It's hard to say, right? Card D. And it's in this pack. I have 2 copies. I want 3. So I'm going to spend all my money on this pack to see if I can get a Card D, which is a rare. So, and there's like 900 different cards. I think there's 900. Yeah, if you have 3 copies of each card, there's 947. But there's 314 unique cards. So 1 in 300, whatever. If it was... Oh, there it is. There we go. Card D. That's all I needed. So I'll go back to deck edit. And I go to Card D, and then I can get another one from my trunk. And now if I want, I should probably put a card back in the trunk to reduce the size of my deck. So I'm finding that Allure of Darkness isn't super useful. I do have dark cards, but it's just my Exodia pieces and my Battle Faders. Oh wait, and the Exodia Incarnate. That's okay. I'm okay with discarding that, but I would like it if there's a better option. We got this one. If you have 7 or more dark monsters in your graveyard, banish 5 dark monsters and draw 3 cards. The result's good, but I can't afford to banish that many dark cards. I was thinking about throwing in Dark Armed Dragon, which is considered a pretty darn good card. Let me check something. I'm trying to find different kinds of draw cards. One of the main draw cards that people go to is Pot of Greed, and that card is banned. However, if I look up the related cards to Pot of Greed, it's possible that... Maybe I should look at the other pots, actually. Target 5 monsters in your graveyard and shuffle all 5 into your deck, then draw 2 cards. That could be useful if I lose an Exodia piece, but I already kind of have an out for that. Yeah, so I'll add 1 Pot of Greed here, then I'll go to related cards and see if there's an... Oh, there's really not much, is there? I thought there would be more options there. Okay, Power Bond, that's a fusion card. I don't really have any fusions. That doesn't really do anything for me. I'm not sure what I want to do. I don't like the Allure of Darkness card. It's alright, but I think there are better options. So I'm going to do it by card frame, which, yeah, spell cards is where I want it to be. I'm going to start at the top of the section, and I think when I see it, I will know what I'm looking for. I'm looking for something kind of familiar, but I can't bring the name to mind exactly. What are you? What is it? What is the card that I need? Call out to me. Brain Control. I don't know about that one. I didn't know that one was free to use. Maybe it was free to use when this game came out, but I thought Brain Control was banned. Yeah, I'm not finding anything that stands out to me in particular. That's why I was really banking on a lot of the... Dark Hole is interesting. Dark Hole allows you to destroy every card on the field, including your cards on both sides of the field. Which, you know, it's fine. I don't value my cards as much as the opponent would probably value theirs, so I don't mind wiping the field. Destroy as many Kuribo or Kuribo tokens as you can. Nah. There's this card. It's Different Dimension Capsule, and it does a similar thing to the box that I have on the gold box I have. I forgot what it's called. It's got a similar effect to it, which could be useful. I was hoping I could find some kind of a draw card, and there's definitely something out there that could help me. I'm just having trouble here. I almost considered using Final Countdown. That's another weird one where it's an alternate win condition. It allows you to win the game. You give 2,000 life points off the bat, and then after 20 turns, if the game's still going, you win. It's a really good stalling card if you're good at stalling, which I'm okay. I wouldn't trust me in any sort of real competitive game. Once per turn during your end phase, reveal the bottom card in your deck and then place it at the top of your deck or banish it face down. I kind of want to try that. Take 3 copies of that, sure. I don't know how well that one's gonna work, but I actually do really want to try that. I need to get rid of 1 card in the deck. Honestly, I think I can do without the gold sarcophagus. It's all right, but I think I want something else in that position. The Goblin Circus card, that could be a game changer. It might be awful, and I'm very curious to try it. So now I get to face Mako Tsunami. His gimmick is fish. He uses water monsters, which water monsters, there's some pretty good ones. I don't believe his deck was all that good, though. I don't know how much the game could have improved it. The game, however, would only improve on the decks in Season 1, because they're all awful. It could only make them better. It will not make them worse. Okay. Yumi. Okay. That's a field spell, so it makes all of his water monsters better. That's actually a pretty good opener. It's only a level 3 monster and it's 1700. That's actually pretty good. I would have killed to have that as a kid. Threatening Roar. We're gonna definitely play around with that. So we got 2 Exodia cards, and we've got Obliterate here. And Dark Factory. So I could use Obliterate twice, and then I have 4 pieces. That's not bad. And I could use card D. So I play it, and then I use its effect, which sends it to the graveyard, and then I get 2 extra cards, which not too shabby. Actually, I'm gonna wait. I am going to use Threatening Roar, actually. So I'm going to activate Obliterate, though I'm going to wait a second before I actually use it. Okay. I'm going to use it on this guy. And I will send this Exodia piece to the graveyard. And he still can't attack me because of Threatening Roar, so he has to end the turn anyway. Yeah, I'm going to activate Obliterate. I send the other one to the graveyard. Yeah, so the right leg. Now I just need the head. What do we want? Head. And I'll activate Pot of Duality, and this might be it. If I'm really lucky, I might have it. Neither of those are it. Battle Fader's alright. Okay. I'm thinking. I'm gonna add another one of these guys. I'm going to use Hand Destruction. This might be a little bit of a risk, but I'm going for it. I'm gonna get rid of a Hand Destruction and a Winged Karibo. Okay, that could have been worse. That wasn't too bad. I wish I didn't get the Obliterate, because it's kind of useless now that I already have one out there. But who knows, he might have a card that can destroy Obliterate. So I add a little Karibo to my... Sorry, a Winged Karibo. Little Karibo is a guy who makes a Yu-Gi-Oh! Parody series on YouTube. I add a Winged Karibo to my hand, and that'll give me another turn. Okay, he's gonna play Mad Lobster. And I will use Obliterate, which I'm gonna start getting through my my legendary Exodia Incarnates. Thin out my deck a little bit whenever I get the chance, I suppose. We got 2 Obliterates in my hand. I don't even need 1 in my hand right now. So I think I got Mako Tsunami under control. It's just a very slow process. And I'll just keep sending the Mad Lobster, that's how we pronounce it where I come from, Lobster, back to his hand. I have 1 more turn where I can do that. And I have a Wing Karibo, which that buys me an additional turn. But this hopefully will be the last turn. If this Pot of Duality works out for me, then I think I'm in pretty good shape. We got Goblin Circus, not bad. Battle Fader. I'd take it. A Dark Factory of Mass Destruction. I could do Dark Factory of Mass Destruction. I'm gonna try out Goblin Circus just because I want to try it. If I was being smart, I'd probably just take the Dark Factory, but I want to take the Goblin Circus actually. I want to see how effective it is. So I've still got the Karibo right there, and I can still send his guy to the grave 1 more time. No! Ah, man. Mystical. Yeah, Mystical Space Typhoon does that. It gets rid of my my spell card. So I didn't even get to test it out. It's unfortunate. I guess he could have gotten rid of a better card. He could have used that on Dark Factory when I'm right about to win, which that would have been a bit of a pain. So, you know, it's not the end of the world. I'll be okay. Send this one. And I can still get rid of the other 2 pieces in my hand. I still have a Dark Factory, and there's still 2 more in the deck. So I can be alright, I suppose. I don't want to activate the effect. So Karibo... So this keeps him from declaring an attack. So I think I'm going to use that first. If I get a hand destruction, I could just get rid of these Obliterates because I don't really want them. Damn it! He's got Typhoons for days. I wonder if he has 3. That would be a big deal. He had 3 copies of that, because that's actually a good card. There's kind of a running theme with Yu-Gi-Oh! That early monsters were garbage, but early spells and traps were actually really good. And a lot of them ended up getting banned because they were just so good. Like Pot of Greed, it's been banned forever. Dark Factory of Mass Production, cool. Now I've got 2 of them. So I can send my my other my Exodia pieces. I don't have much else I can do right now. So that buys me 1 more turn without having to take any hits. That's a good base monster, and I've been seeing it a lot, and I would like to see less of it. A Battle Fader, that gives me another turn. Yeah, I'll just end my turn there. Why not? I might just take the hit this turn. It's like I'm fine, I have plenty of life points. I'll use Battle Fader when I absolutely have to. He's gonna have more cards next turn to hit me with. Come on. Head, 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 head. No, no head. No head for me. We got Threatening Roar. We're not gonna worry too much about that. I got my Battle Fader. We're gonna... I might end up taking the hit this turn as well. I don't know if he's gonna be able to get 6,000 attack points worth of attacks in on me. No, he can't do it. It wants me to get rid of him, but I don't have to. I got 2 more turns after this to protect myself. Alright. What do we got? And I got a Wing Karibo. Oh my god, that's... Okay, I'm going to change this setting where it has the thing pop up every single time. After this duel. So that stops them from attacking. So I can still play the Wing Karibo, and I could just choose whichever end I want there at the beginning of the turn. I'll try Threatening Roar, and I'll see if he has another Typhoon. Nope, not Obliterate. Obliterate's fine the way it is. He did not have another Typhoon. That's good. Now they're gonna sit here not attacking me. Oh, he's about to play a special monster. Amphibian Beast. I remember I had that one as a kid. I thought it was really cool. Sometimes I would use cards even though they're definitely not my best. Just because, like, they were cool, and that's a good example of one of those. So I got all 3 Dark Factories in my hand now, so I'm going to use one of them. Okay, those are going to go back into my hand. I guess I'll use the other one as well, just in case. And now I can send this one back to his hand. Then next turn, if I want, I can send the other one back to his hand. Don't need an Obliterate. I had too many cards in my hand. I should have set one face down. But I didn't. Ooh, Fortress Whale. That's an interesting one. That's going right back to his hand. It's not actually that good of a card, but it's really cool. And now it's gone. He used his ritual card. Now it's back in his hand. Okay, come on. Anything useful. Flute of Summoning Karibo. Another Karibo. Yeah, my favorite. It's what everybody wants to see. More Karibos. You shut your mouth. I like Karibos. Whether or not you like Karibos is non-consequential here. Hey, can I activate the... No, I can't. Wait, did I use all my Karibos? It just occurred to me that I think I've already used them all. That card's not even... Oh, did I goof? I might have goofed. Gonna send out Battle Fader now, because he can actually end the game with that. Is that it? And, well, I can't set it. I play it face up defense position. Setting it, it's face down, and he can't see what it is, and he has a guess, basically, if he can beat it or not. Another pot of duality. Come on, Brady wants a new pack of cards. Upstart Goblin, not bad. There's your boy. Didn't get to use Goblin Circus this game. Didn't end up working. Good job, bud. There's a seed. My boy's been a good boy today. Just gotta clean up his mess a little bit. Okay, here we go. The cards have been sent to the graveyard. Nah. I'm going to activate Dark Factory of Mass Production. My third one of the game. Man, I used up 24 turns is very long for a Yu-Gi-Oh game. A lot of them end within the first 5. So, I really didn't get to see if that card, the Goblin card, was any good. So I'll have to try it again in the next round. It's Rex Raptor, the guy who doesn't know what spell card is. He's very monster-centric. That was kind of one of his gimmicks. He was like raw power, so he might be a good person to try actually using strategy against. I'm gonna go second. Okay, I got 2 already and a Dark Factory of Mass Production already in my hand. That's basically 4, and an Obliterate. That's basically 4 Exodia pieces right there. Okay, so pop Obliterate in face down. Play that there. Gonna end my turn. I'm gonna... Oh, I forgot to change the menu setting things again. I got excited and jumped right into the next game. Not that important, but yeah, I might have goofed a little there. Okay. Mega Zowler. Well, get Mega Hecht, dog. Here we go. Cool. Oh no, he played another monster. What's he doing? Oh, he's gonna try to battle me. Yeah, I'll take the hit. It's just 1. That's not too bad. I think knowing when to take the hit and save your card for a more important time is important, and sometimes I don't always know when that time is. Gonna end my turn. I'm gonna hit you with that threatening roar. And yeah, we're just gonna let it go. Sacrificing, okay. I don't think using threatening roar was actually a good idea. Now that I think about it. Now, if I waited, I would have known he wouldn't have any monsters, and now he ends his turn, and he can't even attack me, so I wasted threatening roar. I got 3 battle faders in my hands. Lovely! My favorite! Cool. Are you gonna sacrifice it and play the same monster again? Okay, I'm willing to run through this loop with him for a while. I'm gonna send him and send this guy to the grave. I got 1 less monster in there. Got a little Karibo. Winged Karibo. A little winged Karibo. Yeah. And I end my turn. So he's got Urabi. That used to be a really good card. I think that's in like one of the first sets of Yu-Gi-Oh! And it was considered to be one of the better ones. 1500 attack monster was once good. Now, not so much. A 1500 attack monster that doesn't do anything is not a big deal. If it has a cool effect or something, you know, maybe you got something going for you, but otherwise, not much to be proud of. We got 2 of the legendary Exodia guys. in the grave, so I have one more obliterate to do. I end my turn. I'm gonna activate Goblin Circus. I don't want to activate any more effects. I could put that to the top of my deck. Yeah, I'll put it to the top of my deck. That actually works pretty well with my battle faders, because the battle faders will cancel the next battle phase. So me getting rid of my card D to draw a couple cards, that doesn't hurt me at all, really. We're gonna send you back to your homie's hand. Okay. Now we are in pretty good shape. And I won't be using Obliterate anymore, I don't think. I don't think I have any use for it, unless I get another Dark Factory of Mass Production, in which case, sure, I'll use it, but otherwise I don't really have any reason to. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna use this. So I have to get rid of 2 cards. I don't want to get rid of 2 battle faders, but I don't want to get rid of Pot of Duality. But I'm gonna get rid of Pot of Duality. Okay, we're doing it again. I know this feels weird, but I'm just leaning into this. I'm playing fast today, I think. I think I'll get another Dark Factory of Mass Production, so I'm actually going to set that one. Yeah, there we go. We got another one. I think we're in pretty good shape. Now I get to see what is at the bottom of my deck, and I get to put it at the top. Come to the top of my deck, Head of Exodia. Lovely. Activate card effect. I don't need any card effects, man. The game's over. Once he ends his turn, it's GO for him, yo. Wasteland. Cool. 2-headed King Rex. Okay. Do your attack. See if I care. It's a Karibo. Yalloza. Okay. Now I get to draw my last pathetic card. And now I just gotta activate Dark Factory of Mass Production, and I am all set. Bam, bam. I like how this deck comes together. I know there's something I'm missing that would really improve it, and I'm gonna give it some time. I like the Goblin card. I like that it lets me really pick and choose what I need at the time. I could see it backfiring, but I like it, personally. Hold on, let me go to the options. So, settings, auto skip dialogue prompts. I think that's what that is. Hold X to show prompts, square to check field. Computer decides when to auto skip. I'm gonna try, I think that's what that is. Pro? Are there any other options? Simple, default, pro. I guess I'll go for pro. I know my deck. I think that's what that is. Let me buy some cards. So I have all the available cards in these 2 sets. I'm just gonna keep buying Bakura cards until I have all the cards from his set. I want all the cards. And there's a good chance I'm gonna be buying cards, and then I'm getting all cards that I already have. Some cards that I already have 3 copies of, which, you know, that's not ideal, but it's part of the process of Trying to 100% this game. I've 100%ed the campaign, but I want to get all the cards. So yeah, I'm trying to get back into Yu-Gi-Oh! And I want to find a place where I can go, where I can play it with some actual people. I have some actual cards, just none that I think would be all that competitive. I know you can buy like individual cards, like specific cards that you want on plenty of websites, and I want to like figure out a deck that I really like by playing this and bring it to play with other people. I know this is totally different from playing with other people. It really lacks a sort of human common sense. But I think it's fun to try things with. It's one of my options, and I'm taking that option. Just got 3 more packs after this one, and then I'm gonna do one more game. I gotta see if I can figure out how the pro control works. I think it said hold X to do things, which hopefully that would make things a little bit smoother. I'm actually gonna double check that before I go back and play against Yami Bakura. We're about to play against Bakura, and we just opened up a bunch of his packs. That works. So it says auto skip to reduce dual questions. Hold X to show prompts. So I have to know when I want to use my thing. Okay, so now I go to Yami Bakura. He's like one of their friends, but he turns into kind of a evil guy. And yeah, and I'm gonna go second. Yeah. Not fighting to go first in this playthrough. Okay, so I got a Goblin Circus right off the bat, which I like. I'm happy about that. Got Card D, that's not bad for filling up my hand a little bit. We got a couple Karibo flutes. I'm gonna set both of these. I'm also gonna set Threatening Roar, and I'm gonna play Goblin Circus. And now I'm going to get rid of Card D, and I will be able to add 2 Cardos to my hando. Do I want that? Nah. And it banishes it. So if the Exodia is there, whether I like it or not, whether it's a good time or not, I have to keep the Exodias. Oh! No, I did a thing wrong. Oh no! I forgot that I had to indicate that I was using... I'm so... never mind. Never mind. So I'm gonna place him there. When this card inflicts battle damage... Okay. So I actually have to remember this stuff. I can't just zone out during my opponent's turn and just... I want Battle Fader. I want Battle Fader. Battle Fader is a very good card. There's the temptation to just throw cards away and speed my way through the duel. Oh no! Oh. What happened? Oh no. Oh no. Man-eater bug. He just killed himself. Okay, that's how I do this. Your opponent set a spell or trap activated. Okay, that's how you do that feature. Now I know. Yeah, I'm a little scared now. I don't know exactly what I want to do. I guess I'll do a Flute of Summoning Karibo. Play in a additional one. And Pot of Duality. No reason not to put Pot of Duality on top of my deck, because it just lets me pick from 3 other cards. No reason not to. Oh no! Man, he's got a lot of cards that do, like, direct damage to me. That's kind of tough. Okay, Pot of Duality it is. Let's see what we got here. I wonder how it would work to pair together the Goblin Circus cards. Like, if I got more than one, would it be effective to use more than one at a time? Or would that be overkill? I don't really know. Let's put this right here. And we activate that. And then it ends our turn. So I'm going to have to... I hate that. Put Obliterate at the top of my deck? No doubt, man. I'll put Obliterate up there. And I will activate Threatening Roar, because I don't want him to attack me this turn. There's not much else I can do. Okay, I'm gonna put Obliterate face down. I'm gonna use that very soon. What do I want to do? I might be able to do an Exodia Incarnate strategy from here, which I think would be pretty cool. End phase. And do I want Hand Destruction? I don't know if I want it. I already have one. I'm gonna get rid of it. It's stressful because it's a you lose it if you don't use it sort of situation. So making every choice is hard. Oh, he's just eating away at my life points very slowly, but he's eating away at them. Eventually, we're gonna be close. Gonna be very close to beating me. I'm gonna set that face down. I'm gonna send the Earl of Demise to the grave. Can I keep doing that? Can I keep affording that? And every single time I use Goblin Circus, it's also a problem. So how many of these do I have right now? Got one. Just one Exodia piece in the graveyard. Okay. I'm gonna need... I don't need another Obliterate. Haha! You fool! I'm going to activate my Obliterate. And then I shall send another Exodia what? To the graveyard. Okay. Need to actually make some moves here. And Destruction. Goblin Circus. Or another legendary Exodia. I'm actually going to take the other legendary Exodia. I got a plan here. I'm gonna summon this guy. And why does it do that? I don't understand. Why can't I special summon him using him? Okay, cannot be normal set. Yeah, must be special summoned from your hand by attributing one forbidden one monster. And you cannot special summon by any other way. It gains 1,000 attack points. Once per turn. Yeah, like why? I don't see the problem. Did I miss something? Okay, this will be fine. I got an idea. I'm gonna send this one and this one. I know, you're hurting me. Would I like to activate another effect? Nah, not really. Add it to the top of the deck. I don't really need it now. Not really what I'm doing. Okay, I'm gonna... What do I want to do? I'm gonna obliterate him. That's what I'm gonna do. And then I send this guy right here. Oh, I should have kept the Dark Factory. I could have done it. That could have been it. The order of operations was wrong. I can still win this. It's fine, but I only got 9. I have really milled through cards in this one. All right, we're gonna summon this perfectly fulfilled Exodia Incarnate. There we go. Let's go. Okay, so next turn I think I have it. Do I want Pot of Duality? Not really. And I can send Exodia, the Forbidden One, to my hand. And if I get another Dark Factory, which there is another one, I believe, that I haven't gotten rid of yet. Did I get rid of both of them? I would like to activate Obliterate. There we go. I will send this one graveyard. I know, it makes you mad. You attack my life points. Here we go. Game over, son. Okay, I'm gonna have to get used to actually prompting things, but it's like actually playing. It's like actually playing the game with somebody. You have to speak up and say, "No, I activate this." That's your responsibility. So I kind of like it. I'm gonna use my Exodia deck. We'll see how long it keeps this form. I kind of like the Goblin Circus. I think Goblin Circus is... It's not backfired yet. I can say that much. It hasn't backfired just yet. It has the potential to, at any opportunity, but it has not yet. Okay, we've got 2 Exodia pieces already. Now I'm going to set a Threatening Roar. I'm gonna set a Karibo. Yeah, we're okay. I don't know. I might just let him attack into my Karibo. I'm not sure. Yeah, we'll let that be. Gonna set another Karibo. Gonna wait another turn. See what happens. Okay. I'm gonna have to actually start sending some of these guys. Okay, I'm gonna use the effect. Get rid of that guy. I'm gonna get rid of the other leg. Send him back. Like a bad meal, bruh. And I'll send you back like a bad meal, bruh. I'll play Goblin Circus like a bad meal, bruh. I can add another Goblin Circus to the top of my deck. I'll do that. Okay. So, right now... Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna send him back. And I'm done with that running gag. It wasn't funny. I apologize. Do I want to do that? Nah, I'm gonna let this one hit. I'd like to hold on to those cards for a minute, if that's alright with y'all. Okay, so we got Dark Factory. Wait, what happened? I didn't get rid of the Goblin Circus that was at the top. Wait, did my hand get shuffled? Oh, I did, because I did Obliterate. So if I use Obliterate, it shuffles. So Obliterate and Goblin Circus kind of work against each other a little bit if I'm using them at the same time. Okay, worth noting. Do I want that? I'm gonna say I don't need it. I'm going to use this again on him. I've got 3 forbidden guys that I didn't intend on using anyway. So I'm gonna let them build up. Ooh. And game over, son. Here we go. I'm gonna send this to the grave. And now I have 2 Dark Factories of mass production. I can bring all my Exodia pieces back. Dope. So this deck has some downfalls, but there are ways of playing around them. I just have to get the order of operations correct. And I end up doing okay. There's all 5. Obliterate. Yeah, there we go. Cool. Nobody beats Panic, nobody! And then he tries to set you on fire in the anime. He doesn't do that here because it's a video game or something. And he just kind of walks away. Bones. He's the zombie guy. But he's not actually a zombie. He's just kind of got a scary face. See what we can do. I'll go second. I know what I'm doing. This strategy works. Okay, I've got a Goblin Circus right off the bat. I like getting it first. The earlier I get it, the more use I get out of it, the faster I can mill through my deck. 2 of them. Let's see what happens as I combine these. Let's see if this exposes any flaws in the deck. That's something I'm a little bit nervous about. Let's special summon it. And then I will try Pot of Duality? I'll set it, I guess. I don't remember. I don't know why it's making me set it and why I can't play it, but that's fine. Is it because you cannot swim? Okay, whatever. And then I can obliterate the guys as I see fit. Not really in a rush right now. I'll put the other Goblin Circus at the top of my deck, actually. And whatever the next card is. Dark Factory. You know, I'm going to get rid of this Dark Factory. I have 2 more. Okay. Hey, vampire guy. You get to go hasta la bye-bye. I'm gonna get rid of my Exodia Incarnate, and then he's gone. And now the snake hair guy's back. Okay, I'm gonna have to wait till next turn to get rid of him again. Man. I used Obliterate again, and ended up putting Dark Factory Mass Production at the top of my deck instead, which is fine so far. Oh, there would be 2. There we go. Cool. Okay, let's start weeding out some of these regular Exodia pieces, because we have all the stuff. We're just gonna have to get that head. The elusive head. I need to find a better way of getting that. Oh, there he is. There he is. That was real quick. I will add him to the top of my deck, and that means I can't use Obliterate. And I will get rid of Battle Fader. Am I doing all right? Yeah, you can hit me. That's fine. I get the head. Then I activate this thing. I send you. Then I just gotta get rid of those last few Exodia pieces, which shouldn't be too bad. Pop this in defense. And, get rid of you. Get rid of you. Okay, I'm going to get rid of you too. And next turn, okay, now that it's my turn, I can actually get rid of him. So what I can do is use Obliterate and send my own Karibo back to my hand. Then I can do my 2 Dark Factories. You know what? This Goblin Circus thing might actually work. This might have been one of the things that the deck needed. I'm just waiting for it to backfire big time without me just completely misplaying it. Like, I'm waiting for just luck to work against me. But so far it's going okay. Let's go. Hell yeah, man. Obliterate mania. Feel okay about all of this. So that was right after Panic, so I just beat Bones, and we'd end up facing Kaiba again. This is when, no, I'm facing Yugi. I'm Kaiba, because Kaiba in the anime actually wins this duel by cheating, basically. Yeah. It's complicated. He cheats. It's cheating, no matter how you slice it, really. You're going second, but I like going second. Okay, I guess it'll be me this time. Oh, we got the Flute of Summoning Karibo and 2 other Karibos. So I guess we'll special summon my Karibo. And we get to really sift through our decks because we got 2 Goblin Circuses first turn. So I will end my phase and out of duality. I'll add that to the top. Pot of Duality is one of those where there's no reason not to. I will get rid of that because I have no use for the Flute Summoning Kuriboh now. I have all the Kuribohs in my control now. Alright, let's go with Pot of Duality. Hard card D. I don't think I want that this turn. Battle Fader. That might be useful. Buy me another turn, or I could draw another card. Buy me another turn or draw another card. Guess I'll go with Battle Fader. Great card. Gonna set another Kuriboh. We're just gonna run through this for a few turns. One Day of Peace. Yes, I will add that. Actually. And the other one is another Goblin Circus. You know, I'll take that one. This is so janky. I don't care for this. But I'm going to keep rolling with it. So I'm going to play another Goblin Circus. Okay, this is going to be ridiculous. I'm going to be able to go through my whole deck in 10 turns. That's going to be pretty crazy. I kind of need the Dark Factory of Mass Production. Okay, this is getting a little harder to make these choices. Two in a row, I can't do it. And Obliterate. Okay, there we go. I will add Obliterate to the top. That actually, that's the game changer I needed. So I got rid of one Dark Factory of Mass Production. So the other two are essential. But now I have Obliterate sitting right on top, and that's what's really going to help me slow down his game. I like how they use the animation for Dark Magician, but they use like the way cooler green-skinned card design. Dark Magician, Dark Design. I don't know. Alright, let's do this. I have to add the right arm to the top of my deck, unfortunately. I think right now is not my favorite time for that, but card D, it can go aside. Flute of Summoning Kuriboh. It's useless right now, I suppose. So I'm going to get rid of his guy, his Dark Magician. That's going to go back to his hand, and he'll have to sacrifice 2 more guys in order to play him again. So that'll be a pain for him. Use Obliterate again. I don't really want that card. Battle Fader could be useful, but I have a feeling I'm not going to need him that much. But we'll see. He might be able to break something out on me. I will add Pot of Duality. It's one of those cards where it doesn't matter. You only benefit from it. And add Battle Fader. Should I? No, in that order, it doesn't really matter. Let me Send a guy to the graveyard. Here you go. And give me that card. Yeah, I got an Exodia. I didn't really want that, but I had to use Obliterate, so now I got that. Threatening Roar. That's a good card, but not gonna keep it. Battle Fader. That's another really good card, but I'm not gonna keep it. Out of Duality. Throw that to the top, yo. Hey, dude. I got something for you. I got an Obliterate! I think Yugi might be worse than most of the characters in this game. I think this might be one of the worst decks I've faced so far. Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna play card D. And I do this, and it'll allow me to summon... I mean, not summon, draw 2 more monsters. Goblin Circus. Okay, what do we got? Hand Destruction. Don't need it. Obliterate. Don't need it. 1 Day of Peace. Yeah, I'll take it. That one... It doesn't really matter, though, because I'm going to be using Obliterate, I think. Nah, actually, I'll take it. I'll take the hit. I can afford it, so why not? Okay, I do 1 Day of Peace. Gonna take 2 of these guys. Back to the hand. And I will do another card D. I don't want it. I don't want it. And I'll keep it in the deck. I can use this to send guys to the... back to his hand. I'm gonna send this guy back to his hand. And now I have to discard a card from my hand, and that's fine. I'm gonna get rid of this guy. Alright, now I can send him back to his hand. Using this guy. And now I just need to sift through this. Oh, I got it. I actually got it. Because now I have this, and now I just use Pot of Duality. And I can sift through those last 3 cards and get the one I need. It was literally the last card in my deck. Well, look how many cards he has in his deck. He has 26 cards in his deck. I'm down to my bottom 2. And if you run out of cards, you lose. That is something I fear with the Exodia deck as a stall tactic, because if I lose my win condition, I might just end up decking out, is what they call it, when you just run out of cards. Obliterate! Hell yeah. If I wasn't a history YouTuber, I'd be playing this on a stream or something. This is wonderful for me. So now I play as Taya Gardner, who is she's kind of like a useless character. She's the motivational friendship speech character. She doesn't really do much as far as like advancing the plot. Yeah. But she ends up playing this game because Yui's devastated that he lost to Kaiba. And Mai was picking on him or something. I don't know. Get me Goblin Circus. No Goblin Circus. Okay, I will special summon my Karibo. Oh, I could do it twice. Well, I'm gonna activate it and not special summon it. I'm just gonna bring it to my hand. Now I will place this in the face it down position. No! Hold on 1 second. Harpy's Feathered Duster actually gets rid of my my Obliterate, but I'm gonna activate it before that actually resolves. So I'm gonna get rid of one Exodia piece, send that back to her hand, and then it's gonna get rid of my Obliterate. Damn, dog. I forgot that she had good cards. She actually has good cards. Guess I'll set another Karibo. Oh no, Shadow Eyes! Ah, that's another good card! Okay, she's gonna attack my Karibo, but that will at least... It'll do a little damage to me, but... It's not the end of the world. She's played a couple of her pretty good cards right off the bat. Okay, I'm gonna place Hand Destruction on the field. I'll get rid of this, and I'll get rid of that, because I have no use for the Flute of Summoning Karibo. There's no further use for it at all. So I'm gonna end my turn, and immediately activate this guy, Threatening Roar, so he can't attack at all, or she can't attack. Forget that I'm who I'm playing. Here we go. Pot of Duality! Another Threatening Roar. That'll be a lot. An Upstart Goblin. I guess I'll do another Threatening Roar. I don't know. Anything to buy just a little bit more time. Like, the second the strategy starts coming together, you can't stop it. It's just not come together just yet. Need to get a, another Obliterate. That's not what I wanted. Okay, we're gonna set another Threatening Roar. And then I flip it. What you doing, guys? Okay, Goblin Circus. There we go. We got a card that I'm actually excited to have here. Okay. Card D. You know what? Actually, that is the perfect next card to have. Because I'm following up with Battle Fader, and the Card D Battle Fader combo is one that I think about a lot. Like, I get rid of the Card D, it seems like I'm wide open, then I use Battle Fader to block the attack. Yeah, it's fine. That works out perfectly. Man, she's looking pretty good against me right now. Not gonna lie, we are not having the best of times right now. We're gonna Card D it. And the next card is also a Card D. I don't want to get that again. Not right now. That would not be ideal. Okay. I'm ready to use my battle fader. Once she declares an attack, I'm ready for it. Here we go. Bop them in defense, and now you can't attack. Ayo. Okay, I've gone through half of my deck so far. Not going great. If I use one of these, I can get rid of this and Upstart Goblin, and then I can get 2 more cards. Pot of Duality? Absolutely. I'll do that all day, every day. And another Battle Fader. Okay. I will take the stall tactic, please. I'm starting to run out of them, though. I do have Obliterate, though. Hopefully, this face-down card isn't going to give me any trouble in that department. I'm a little bit concerned about that. Goblin Circus. Do I want that at the top of my deck right now? No, I don't. I don't think mathematically that works out in my favor. Okay, we're going to activate this. We're going to get rid of this card. Get rid of you. Hopefully, we're going to be okay here. I'm not feeling this right now all that much. So they're going to attack my first Battle Fader, then they're going to go again. And, yeah, gonna activate him again. Okay, there's one Dark Factory of Max Destruction. But I need a second one. And the head. Which... damn. I'm actually in a bit of trouble here. If I get the head, or any other piece, I could go down the Legendary Exodia route. Okay. That's fine. I think I'm going to be able to make it at least one more turn against her. Though I'm definitely taking a little damage here. There you go. Then I take the 2 1400s. That's pretty rough, dog. We're gonna activate this, send this one back. Then I gotta end my turn, I suppose. I can't let it go. I can't. I have to take it. Damn. I think she got me. Maybe. Hold on. If I do this... I think that's it. No, I shouldn't have done that. I should have gotten rid of the head and then used the Dark Factory to bring back... Oh, I screwed it up, guys. I screwed this one up. That was my bad. I think I've thrown this one. I had it. It was in my hands. And I threw it away. Oh, God. It's such a delicate balance, this deck. Oh, God. I can't believe that. I could have had it, too. I don't even know what I'm going to do as far as buying cards goes. I want to try that one more time and see if I like play this a little smarter if I can get this one, because I really do think I had that and I just misplayed it rather than me not really having an option and her just having gotten better cards. I think that was me throwing the game more than her winning the game. I think. If I lose this one, then perhaps I need to go back to the drawing board and rethink how this deck works. We got 2 Goblin Circuses, turn 1. That's pretty good. Okay, so now I can sift through a couple cards. So the Goblin Circus, there comes a point where it's not helpful. There comes a point where it makes you make decisions that you're not ready to make yet. So it's a little bit of a gamble, but you want it to get to the point where you don't have to make that gamble. Jeez, she's already breaking out the big guns. Man, stop. I'm already dead. First turn. I already feel like I don't got this. Okay, I got battle faders, so that gives me a couple turns. I will put card D at the top. That'll combo with my battle fader just fine. I'm going to get rid of the legendary Exodia Incarnate. I don't need that in my hand right now. I don't even have anything I could use to play it. Nor do I have any of these in the graveyard. Pop that in defense. Okay, now I can use my card D. Hand Destruction is an interesting card. I'm still trying to decide how useful I find that to be here. That's another case where I have a lot of stuff that I'd really rather not be forced to make that decision. I'm going to take the Karibo, put that at the top of my deck. That'll give me another turn regardless. It's all about just finding another turn. Oh man, what a jerk. And I will battle fade you. Fader! That's a card that I could not do this deck without, I don't think. Okay, now I hit the Pot of Duality on him. Dark Factory, okay. Obliterate, there we go. That's what we want. Okay, so I'm going to set Obliterate, pop this in defense, and at the beginning of next turn I'm going to... Ah, oh, you prick. At the beginning of this turn I'm going to... I don't actually want that. At the beginning of this turn, I'm going to get rid of the Harpy Sisters. That one's tough. I don't want them giving me trouble. No, it got rid of my... I didn't even think about them activating that effect again. That kills me. Dude, I might already be beat. I got Battle Fader. That's one more turn it buys me. Okay. So when they go to attack, I'm going to do one more Battle Fader. And if I don't have some sort of I don't know what I could have. That could get... And now that's gone. Great. So I don't know what I could get next turn that would actually save me. I don't think there actually is anything. I think this deck might just not work very well against what she has. The pet baby dragon, that is killing me. That is just devastating. What can I do? Like, hit the hard card D on him. What can I do? Do I get another Battle Fader? Maybe it buys me another turn. Okay, I guess I could do this. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. And maybe if I get 2 more cards and neither of them are useful, I could... No. Nope. Nope. That is... This might be the peak of where this deck can go. I don't know. What does one do? Thanks. I love it. Oh, that's great. Thanks. Sure. Okay. Well, there we are. So I've hit a wall. So I'm going to have to come back at some point, rethink this deck a little bit, see what I can do with it. I've got 8,300 monies, so I could buy more cards and see if I get something useful, but there's probably something already that I have that I just haven't thought about incorporating. Maybe I'll take a different angle with this deck going forward. I'm not sure. I'm going to have to figure it out. So thank you guys for watching. Thanks for being channel members. This was a weird upload, but I hope somebody enjoyed it. I did, so it was worth it for me. So thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Let me know if you guys have anything you want me to check out on the channel, any games you want me to play for the memberships as well, because I'm not sure what I'm doing yet. So I'll figure it out. We're fresh off of South Park. I'll be back to the gaming stuff real soon. So I'll see you later. All right. Bye.